Hey, Big V here, Verl Workman. Today we're talking teams, and what a great topic. Should I start or be on a team? A question everybody wants to know. When is the right time and whether or not you should be on a team? Well, guess what? The good news is I actually have the answers, and it's not my opinion. We recently commissioned a study called The Unexpected Impact of Teams in Real Estate. I'm going to share with you some data, but I'm going to give you the full report at the end of this video where you can download The Unexpected Impact of Teams in Real Estate and actually read and review all of the information for yourself to determine whether or not you should start or join a team. Let me just give you some of the things that we learned in this team study. We learned that 77%, that's more than 2/3 of all the participants reported that working on a real estate team was a very positive experience. And I want you to think about that. Most people have a better experience working on a team when they're by themselves. 80% said they were more productive and more successful working on a team. So why is that? We're going to talk about that. 55% that said it had a huge impact on their personal time and their personal life they hoped for. Now, that number is not as big as I would hope it would be. It's because many people start teams and they don't know how to do it. They don't know how to delegate. They don't know what to delegate. They have the concept of team right, but they don't actually do the things that they set out to do. We'll talk about how to solve that. 81% of agents in the study said that being on a team made them more likely to stay in the business. Now, I want you to think about that. Vast majority of real estate agents that get licensed don't renew their license in 2 years. But 86% said that they were more likely to stay in real estate because they were on a team because they're getting the training and support they needed to be able to be successful. 85% said being on a team helped them stay motivated and continually and constantly improve their results. I love that. 83% of the participants said being on a team makes them a better learner, they're more educated, and they feel better prepared to serve the consumer. And only 24% said they didn't make more money being on a team. That means 2/3 of the people that either started or joined the team earned more income even though they were working on a lower split. So think about that. 2/3, 75% or more said they earned more money being on a lower split. I ask people all the time, what's more important to you, the split you're on or the amount of money you take home to your family? You can't eat a big split, but you can't eat a big paycheck. I'm all about creating big 1099s, not creating big splits for people. So let's recap what we learned in the unexpected impact of teams. We learned that you earn more income. You learned that it's a better positive experience. You're more productive and successful. You have better personal life and life balance. You're more likely to stay in real estate. You have a sense of community and accountability that doesn't exist by yourself. You stay more motivated because you have other people that are helping you, and you get ongoing learning and professional development as a part of being on a team. So my answer to you is why not? Why not start or join a team? What are the disadvantages? We talked about the pros, so maybe we can talk about some of the cons. So here's some of the cons, or what some people perceive as cons. Split commissions. In a lot of team settings, the agents, buyers agents, and listing partners work on a smaller split, which means they have to sell more houses. Less autonomy. On a team, you have less freedom. You don't get to just come and go as you please. You come in and do daily huddles, you role play, you prospect every day as a team. We use a form called the 10 things to be on my team that everybody signs if they want to be part of the team. They opt into the 10 things. Matter of fact, I'm going to give you a list of those 10 things a little bit later in the video. You can download that just by staying attuned to the very end. There's a potential for conflict when you're on a team. When you're working by yourself, you got to work with your favorite agent. Yeah, that's you. But when you're working on a team, you have to learn how to interact well with others. You have to learn how to share leads. You have to learn how to work with the office staff and administrators. So there's things that there's areas for potential conflict. Brand identity is also a big deal. A lot of agents, they love their big hair and their big car, and they focus on it's all about me. When you're on a team, it's all about the team, and it changes your focus from me to we, and that we focus sometimes is viewed as a disadvantage. I personally view it as an unfair competitive advantage. And then, of course, you become dependent on others. When it's just you, you get to say things like, well, I know it got done because I did it. When you're on a team, you become dependent on the transaction coordinator, the team leader, sometimes the marketing person to do all those right things. So, depending on the team situation, there could be some disadvantages that include commission splits. You can't be a lone ranger and do your own thing. There might be causes for miscommunication, and you have to depend on others. So, remember, if you want to start a team, your job is business development and people development, and you're focused on doing those two things, your team will come together and they'll respect you for being a team leader. One of the big things we learned in the team study is that all generations, the different generation types, people from different generations report of having a positive experience on teams. So whether you're a baby boomer or a Generation X or a tweener, it doesn't matter. Everybody had a more positive experience on a team. And it's exciting because there's different generations working in real estate. We have the younger generation that's coming in with their technology and their collaboration and the features that they love. And then we have an older generation who represents the average realtor that are exiting the business. And it gives a perfect transition for those new up-and-comers who want to be part of something bigger than themselves. An unexpected result that uncovers the myth that millennials and both younger and older, are not the primary drivers of team. Rather, it's the Gen Xers with more experience have the greatest experience because they've learned how and when to focus. And so it's not what you think it's going to be with teams and generations. So how do you identify a great team leader? So you want to join a team? How do you find a great team leader? Well, I'm going to start by saying find somebody who's coached by Workman. If they're coached by Workman, you know they're given the tools, the training, and the trade secrets to become an effective leader by pouring into their people. But you want to find a team leader who has a great vision, a clear vision on what the team's trajectory is. They see greater potential in you than you see in yourself. They have clear and effective communication. They're not afraid to create a culture where accountability thrives and it's not something that's looked at negatively. They have empathy for the things going on in your life, and they create an environment for you to be able to have that life balance. They're able to make decisions quickly and effective that will help you make your decisions in your life and your business better. They have a focus on helping you become great at the business. We have moved into a skills-based market, and the agents with the skills and the team leaders who develop the skills of their agents are the ones that are not only going to compete, but they're the ones that are going to absolutely dominate when everybody else is failing and going out of business. And the last thing with team leaders is the team leader must lead by example. Instead of just telling you what to do, they need to be able to roll up their sleeves and get in the weeds and show you how to be great at this business. So how do you identify a Workman Coach team? I'm going to give you a link where you can look at our team leaders all over North America, and you can select one if you're interested in joining a team. The 10 things to be on my team list is the 10 things that a Workman Coach team leader is going to have you go through, and let me just review some of those things with you. Number 1 is you got to show up every day for the daily huddle at 9 a.m. Number 2 is you got to attend a minimum of 4 huddles a week. You miss more than one, then we have a problem. You have to set out to earn 61 points a day doing dollar productive activities and track it on your daily success habits tracker. And not only do you have to track it, but you have to enter your numbers into Workbench, which is our proprietary coaching software. You have to have and use your top 50 list. That means you have to download your top 50, you have to work it every day, and every month we're going to have one personal touch with all 50. This allows you to generate and create more closings. We're going to have you do money-making activities. You have to follow the Workman Success lead tracking system with the ABCs of lead follow-up. You have to keep a minimum of 100 contacts in your database that you have 4 touches with a year. You have to follow the 4 contact sphere of influence plan for all your sphere members. It's simple, it's laid out, and it's specific. You have to hold a minimum of 2 open houses a month. I suggest you do 2 a week, but if 2 a month is the minimum, then that's what you do. And you have to plan on closing 24 transactions a year. As a Workman Success team member on a Workman Coach team, we really want you to be between 36 and 48 closed transactions. Now, how much more money would you earn if you were on a 40% split and doing 36 deals a year? Do the math, and I think you find out you'd earn a lot more money being on a Workman Coach team. So here's what I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you everything you need to understand the impact of teams in real estate by downloading the Unexpected Impact of Real Estate Teams and the 10 things to be on my team. As you review the 10 things to be on my team, ask yourself this: am I truly committed to do what it takes to be a successful team member? Am I willing to take and earn more money for my family and not be focused on a higher split? And am I willing to help others be successful, as my job is to help others be successful on a team? If you answered yes to those questions, then reach out and find a Workman Coach team, and let's help you on your trajectory to team success.